Says we are live, but I gotta make sure that we're actually live. We are. Yippee yay. Sweet. Hi, Michael. We're live.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just hearing ourselves talk now. All right. We're just chilling in the Zoom room on our YouTube Live on a Monday night. We are dedicated, even though we're in different states. It's fine. Oh my goodness. Are you going to have the comments going on your side, or?
Yeah, I got them going.
You do? Okay.
There aren't any yet.
Well, you know what? It's going to be a couple minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi, everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. So, we are, as you can tell, in 2 different states. So, we are coming live. Mike's in New York. I am in New Jersey, where it just never seems to want to stop snowing. How's the weather up there, Mike?
We're getting our fair share of snow, too.
Oh, you haven't told me that it's snowing.
Well, it snowed before we got back from Florida.
Okay.
And so first thing we had to do was plow the driveway so that we could get in it. And it's got to be like skimmed like perfectly clear, or else the truck and trailer gets stuck in the driveway. So spent a lot of time plowing, and then got our car and our engine unloaded. And then today we washed the truck and trailer and put the motor we picked up at Finger Lakes Machine, we put it in the car, and we got quite a lot done in a few days.
Do you want to tell them how fun it was washing the trailer and like sub-below weather?
Oh yeah, so today was actually the warmest it's supposed to be all week. It was 28. It was a high of 28. So it was like, well, we better get this done. So we started doing it, and it just freezes to the side of the trailer. You can't, like, Josh was like scrubbing it, and I'm spraying it immediately after he scrubs it. Also, soap just freezes to the side of the trailer, and you can't walk it.
That's kind of crappy.
So then we pull the truck and trailer in, and it's the whole thing is just a sheet of ice. So now it's got to thaw out.
People don't think about that stuff when you have to go racing in January.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, but I guess we just did it anyway.
Sounds about right. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I mean, we haven't had you on since Florida at Bubba's. I mean, do you want to kind of give us your play-by-play of the week? Do you remember?
In a minute. I got to cut one of these plastic cups we have has a hole in the bottom of it. It's just spilling everywhere. On
my desk. Okay, go ahead. Plastic cup. What plastic cup do we have? Oh, what am I going to do with him? Let's see. Oh, of course, now Mom wants to call me, but it's fine. Oh, here we are. So what is everyone up to? What'd you guys do? Did you watch the races at Ocala this past? No, it was, gosh, I feel like we were just there a week and a half ago. Are you going to be watching the races at Volusia this week? I was told, I haven't checked the weather, but my parents are still down there, and I was told that, unfortunately, it doesn't look like the greatest weather, but I suppose, Oh, interesting. That's why. Allie's saying that. I'm like, we're just talking to ourselves, but no one can comment. That's so strange. I wonder what's going on.
No one can comment?
No.
Why not?
This is rude. This is nonsense. I don't know. I don't know why it's live chat.
Well, now I got a cup without a hole in it.
I don't know. You have a cup without a hole? Is that what you just said? That's good.
And my last cup had a hole in it, so that was inconvenient.
Oh, wait. Pin chat. You can now pin a message. Got it. Let's see. Hi, everyone. Tell me if it works. From kitchen. Look at that, guys. We have a chat.
All right.
We are up. I'm literally like
Now there's a lot of comments.
creating small talk here, and I'm like, I see you guys are watching, but I don't know why you can't comment. Thank you, Allie. I appreciate y'all for dealing with our technical difficulties, but here we are. Oh my goodness. I was literally, Mike, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, we have over 100 people watching right now. Not one single person is commenting. I'm like, that is super, super strange.
Oh, there's plenty of comments now.
Now it's just chats are working now. Here we are. Thank you, everyone. So let's just back this up as Mike cleans up his water mess. So hello, Ray, John Doe, Doug, the Dimer, David, Ben, Nathan, Doug, Jason, Larry, Murph, Allie, Jim, Brian, Jason, Leonard, Ray, Panda, Doreen, the Dimer, Jay, Larry, Richard, G, East, oh my gosh, Bob, Brian, Jeannie, Darren, Tom, Tyke. Hi, everyone. So good to see everyone popping up now. Literally, were you not feeling weird for about the good first few minutes of like, where is everyone? Because I was
yeah, I was feeling a little weird.
Not gonna lie.
I was more worried about my drink spilling on the desk.
Well, I appreciate you cleaning that up. So let's see. Okay. Sorry if you guys are gonna hear this stuff. My odd end things are open on my computer and I can't close them because I'm in the middle of loading stuff. So if you hear ding, I'm sorry. But let's see. Okay, we already have questions. Oh, you know what? Let's just dive into the question that I had. Tell us about your week at Bubba's and go.
Well, it was pretty interesting. Bubba's is a very unique racetrack. It's got a kind of a greasy surface and they water a lot. So that was something new for me. Typically, as much as they water it, and what we were running on in the heat races was like something that we would say, like where we usually race, they would say, we're not going to race yet till you pack it in more. I mean, not that I would like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, you know, too good for it or whatever, but it's just typically they'd say, oh, that's a little dangerous because it's so wet, and they wouldn't send you out on that because it's not wide enough for a double file restart. So some of the heat races were pretty tough. It was very, very challenging, but we made it through. We were able to qualify every night and run. We went forward, you know, we passed cars and went forward, but towards the end of each feature, well, the first feature we just didn't get a caution, but then the second night and the third night we went forward, and then at the end of the feature I got stuck on the outside of a restart and went backwards right before the end. So didn't get the finishes that I felt like we were headed towards, and that's tough because we only had 3 nights when we were expecting 4. One night rained out, and the night we practiced, the track was quite a bit different than what we raced on all 3 nights. So we learned a lot. We tried quite a few different things. We had 2 different cars with different motors in them, and we were. I felt like we were good in certain conditions, and then for some reason at the end I kept getting tight. And I have a lot of theories on how we could have freed the car up, but I didn't do it. So too late now. But it's funny because when we're racing up here, the tracks usually get slick at the end of the race, and you're always trying to figure out how to tighten your car up. It's just rare that the car gets that tight at the end of a race. So
it was an interesting week.
Yeah, it certainly was something new, very challenging, and I don't know. We had fun. We had a lot of activities on off the racetrack, and the race cars kept us busy working, and then after the races were over with, Mandy shot right home with her brother, and we stayed down with my parents and went around doing all kinds of other stuff. Actually, we were basically waiting 3 or 4 days to see if we could watch a spaceship launch into orbit.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, that's not why you stayed, but it took quite a while.
I mean, it was a big reason. We Monday morning we got up really early to watch it. It was canceled. Tuesday canceled. I think Wednesday we finally
And they finally saw it,
got
yeah.
to see it.
Mhm.
But it wasn't in the morning. We watched the 1:18 at night launch.
Well, technically it's morning.
Yeah, but it wasn't like we woke up early to do it.
No.
We actually went and saw the NASA Space Center, then went to Volusia and watched the sprint cars and the UMP mods, and then went and watched the space launch.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it was a really cool day. We packed a lot of stuff into one day, and um, we were also able to wash our cars before we brought them home, which is nice because, like I said, today was awful trying to wash the truck and trailer outside. But there was really no other way around that. I mean, we you could wash it on the way home. It's just going to get dirty once you get up here from all the salt and stuff they spread on the road. So,
Yeah.
um,
But it's definitely a lot better than washing a race car in the freezing cold. So
yeah, at least those were already clean. So everything's inside and put away, and it's Monday. So I mean, we've really done pretty well, and I'm pretty excited about our upcoming schedule in March. We've got a lot of good races that are coming in there, and then April and as well, and then we got a whole month to prepare. So that's nice.
Mhm.
And we really didn't get any damage down at Bubba's. Like our cars were, some guys got in the quarter panel or whatever. Nothing too serious. So uh, both engines we ran down there were fresh, and we had problems with them last year. One blew a soft plug out of the block, and the other one, and it had an oil pump issue, and the other one had a head gasket issue. And both engines went down there, ran flawlessly, and we were really happy with those. So it's always a comforting feeling to come home and know that your motors are running good. You can go to any race and expect that you're not going to have a problem. Where going down to Florida, I was a little anxious that what if we go all the way down here and the motors don't run?
Mhm.
You never know. So
Long trip.
it's it's always, among other things, there's always a million things you're worried about that could happen. But we had fun, learned stuff, and I think it's going to help us be prepared for March.
I like it. So comments galore coming in now that we have approved everyone. So we got Nick Conti on. Hi Nick, shout out to him. We got to hang out soon. Someone had asked. Someone says. Michael says. No, was it Michael who? Someone asked about the shocks. If you want to tell them what kind of shocks you run. Someone was just asking.
So this year we switched to Dig shocks, and I was just really impressed with the quality of their shock body and their shaft, their piston design, the rod guide design, like everything on their shock to me felt like it was improved from what we were running, which we were running Integras, which is a very nice shock, and there's a lot of people running well with Integras. But if you can take an Integra shock and make stuff better on it, that, like for example, our Integra bodies would wear out in a few races, and then the anodizing would contaminate the fluid. We'd have to change the oil really often. The shims wear out really fast. So the Dig shocks have a harder anodized coating on the body. It has a better fluid. The shims are hardened so they don't wear out as quickly. And I'm really looking forward to seeing like how long you can go without having to rebuild the shock. Um, I mean, it's convenient for me because I can do these myself. So if I got to rebuild them every race, I will. But I don't want to have to do that. And it was getting to where I was doing it quite often with the Integras. And uh, right now, we went to Florida. We unloaded with our Integra shocks, and uh, we were pretty good because we had like our personal baseline. And I had a set of dig shocks that were exactly the same on the dyno. And we went out to test, came in, switched shocks, and I felt exactly the same, which is exactly what I wanted, because knowing that I can produce the same graph and it feels the same on the car, that means that I've got the same package that I wanted and that I had last year. But like I said, I think it's going to last longer between rebuilds. So I think that the quality is better, and I think it's going to help us for longer races and for like back-to-back races where we don't have time to rebuild the shocks.
Yeah, that's going to be key. Thank you. So we have someone new from Australia, Stevie. Welcome. Says he's going back watching all of our stuff, likes what he sees. So I appreciate that. Doreen asked, did you really have to run the track in for an hour and a half? Yeah. Yes, we did. It was glorious. Jay Wolf asked, Mike, do you have any tips on engine rebuilding? It's one of my last college classes to take. That's all I got.
I took an engine rebuilding class in college, and I learned a ton. My professor was Gary Troutman, and he's a sprint car racer that built, like, he was low buck. He built all his own engines. He built his cars, and he did what he could with what he had. And he taught us how to build engines and do it on a budget. Maybe you don't have the tools to do all the machine work, but you can have a machine shop do some of the machine work for you. But if you do the assembly, you can save a lot of money. So learning just how to take them apart, clean them, and put them back together is huge. Even if you can't hone it and bore it and do the align hone and balancing and all that stuff, you can pay somebody to do that stuff and save a lot by again assembling it. And even if you take the thing apart and clean all the parts, it's way cheaper for the engine builder to put it together for you, because they don't want to have to clean it. It's a lot of work and it's a mess. So oil on everything, and it's all got to be cleaned before they machine it, and then it's got to be cleaned again after they machine it. So there's a lot of cleaning and stuff that just about anybody could do to help the process.
So getting a lot of questions, of course, already about the new t-shirts, the trifecta of championship shirts. And seriously, I am in awe of how many people are loving them and how fast they sold. So I'm looking at some boxes right now. I'm not quite completely sold out yet. So I know a lot of people are asking if we're going to get more. As of right now, we're not planning on doing a reorder as of right now, only because Mike's going to have new t-shirts coming out. Billy's going to have new t-shirts coming out. Dad's going to have new t-shirts coming out. So we're all going to have more new t-shirts coming out. But we did, that was the biggest order I've ever placed with our trifecta, like ever. And I'm pretty sure we sold out in almost all of our sizes in probably 10 to 12 hours of it going online, which was absolutely insane. So thank you to everyone. I sent out I think we have about 4 boxes that we bagged up just yesterday. I shipped out, it took 30 minutes just to get them shipped out today. And then Billy's got 2 boxes he's going to do tomorrow. So if
That's
you did
30 minutes at the post office after spending hours packing and labeling.
Yeah. I need to invest into, well, Mike's got, I don't know, it's a whole nother story, but I basically need to invest into like some easy shipping methods here. Work in progress. But so if you did place an order great. Brian Newton said that he ordered his shirt. You should get your shirt within the next week. However, we did order some bags to ship them in, and some just aren't big enough for the amount of orders that we got. That got more than just like 2 t-shirts. So we'll be sending them out as soon as possible. But seriously, it's pretty awesome. I'm impressed with how well they went, and I'm still getting people messaging me about them.
So yeah, you'll have to bear with Mandy. She's had to do. It's not like when someone orders one, it's not like we're just doing the one order, and it's not like we got a whole crew of people to do this. I think you and your brother and maybe Michelle.
Oh no, it was. Don't give Billy any credit.
You and Michelle.
It was me and Michelle and a little guy, but I will give Billy credit because he bought the bags and he's going to ship them out.
All right,
So,
great. Yeah, so I mean, huge thank you to all of you for doing that. It's a lot of work.
thank you.
But this is how it works. So many of you are saying, I wanted to order a t-shirt and you're already out of my size. If you want first dibs on ordering a t-shirt, you have to subscribe to Mandy's newsletter. And then you will be notified in your email that when the shirts are available first. And those people are the ones, those of you that did that, were able to order before everyone else.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about the next deal being able to get the size you want, you're going to want to subscribe to Mandy's newsletter. Maybe you could post like a link later on or something. But
yeah. Actually, no, it should be in the description of this chat. Like in this, I have it set up so it should automatically be in here just to click on a link. So
in the meantime, off the top of your head, do you know what sizes are left of this shirt?
Oh wait, I'm trying to subscribe to my own channel. This isn't working. What's left is pretty much kids, small, medium, and large is what is currently left. It's crazy.
We ran out of the bigger sizes quicker.
Yeah. I mean, and
it's always such a challenge. It's so hard to know what sizes to order.
Sometimes I'm left with the bigger sizes and I run out of the small. Like you just can't. You just cannot get it right unless I get my own printer and I print them individually. But I feel like that would take a lot of time. So,
Larry says the link's in the description now.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah. So
appreciate you
guys. Just scroll up and click on it.
Yeah.
You're all set.
Yeah. So if you haven't yet, and you're gonna see when you go on the website, you're gonna see it's on mandeepauch.com. You're gonna see all the sizes, but you're only gonna be able to click on the ones that are left. And I'm pretty sure in the description it says like, hey, there's 3 left in stock. So definitely jump on that. But like I was just getting to is once I finalize all the orders that have been placed, whatever we may have left, if anything, after we give them to our crew, because our crew haven't even gotten the shirts yet. That's big. Family members haven't gotten their shirts yet. So once everyone gets their shirts, I will be sure to blast it up again of whatever we do have left. Let's see. So I know a lot of people were asking during all of this was, how come we are not at Volusia?
How come?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now I'm thinking we made a good call because there's rain in the forecast.
Yeah.
Number 2, we didn't bring our big blocks down with us to Bubba's, so we could have stayed. Went down there, raced, stayed for a week. Probably could have watched the Super Bowl, and then could have raced at Volusia, but we would have had to bring one short track Super Series car and one Super Car Series car. So we chose to bring 2 short track Super Series cars, and I think those 2 cars needed to be shaken down, and I'm glad we did it because we know that they both run good. And by the time we got home to get the big blocks in and then turn around and go back, I mean, I guess we could have made it, but again, there's a little rain in forecast. And
yeah, but money wise too, just to do all of that. And
the cost of going down there and back is I mean, it's well over $1,000 in fuel. So
alone.
uh, we don't need to be going back and forth to Florida twice.
Mhm. Plus, I mean, if you guys watched both trailers, I mean, between Mike and Billy, like they were packed to the max, and that was just for short track racing. Imagine if we had to do dirt, we'd probably have to have a whole nother trailer of just Hoosier tires.
Right. Then you need
And the fuel is different too.
the fuel's different.
Like
There-
nothing.
There's different rules on the shocks.
Yeah.
You know, there's
We
different
would need a
rules
whole
on the
complete
bump
different
stop,
car.
the springs, I mean, you name it, just about everything is different.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like we were favoring one over the other, but at the time being, I think you got your short track motor back first before you got your big block motor back, right?
Yeah, we actually picked up our big block motor on the way home from Florida.
Yeah. And I jokingly said I could bring it down.
And we dropped it in, and we have it all hooked up today. We had it done about probably just after noon. And all we have left to do is put the carburetor on and hook up the fuel lines and install the dash, because the dash isn't in the car. This car, Andrew Spurback is going through the whole dash, and it's pretty exciting. That thing's going to be really nice. And you'll all get to see it on Mandee's GoPro videos.
Yes.
Because, most of the time the camera's pointed right at the steering wheel and you can see the dash, and this will be nice.
Hang on, John Doe had a good question. Are the rules different for bump stops between short track and dirt?
Yeah, I just mentioned that they are. That's another big difference. So it changes what you're going to be running for a setup, and even just having a different motor in the car changes your setup a lot.
Yeah.
So, and different tires, like being on different tires just changes your spring rates, because the Hoosier tire has a harder sidewall and the American Racer has a softer sidewall. So that changes your effective spring rate, or your dynamic spring rate, whatever you want to call it, to where the same spring package on one set of tires is a different feel than the other set. So it's very challenging for me to go back and forth. Like, I used to run really well on American Racers and struggled on Hoosiers. Now I've gotten to be very good on Hoosiers, and now I'm struggling on American Racers. But a lot of things have changed with the cars, and I think if we spend a little more time on American Racers, I think we'll be able to develop our setup and get a little better.
I think so. And just an FYI, Michael, schedule time in for me when I come home, because we're gonna have to dive more into my GoPro stuff, because we start racing in like 4 weeks.
Did all your cameras survive Florida?
They did, but the box that we made, I'm not the biggest fan of. So I think what I'm gonna do, if anyone's,
It didn't break.
no, it didn't break, but I'll explain it when I get home. But what I'm gonna do, guys, is maybe I'll go over on my Facebook page where I post all my YouTube stuff. And if you know someone that uses GoPros or makes GoPro cases, anything GoPro, go over there and comment for me. I'll do it right after this, because so many people tell me that they do tethers, that they do X, Y, and Z. I'm almost stumped. I mean, Mike made something that was really good, but it was more time consuming to be able to take
the camera in and out.
Yeah.
And then you lost the back of the one case.
And I almost lost the camera, but luckily the track was so heavy you couldn't go fast enough. So one benefit of the heavy
case
track
itself was only $20, which is impressive for a billet aluminum case that's anodized, and the camera fits really nice in it. It's really strong. I mean, you can't beat a $20 deal. That's really nice.
So if Richard's watching, tell him that I'm going to be picking his brain when I come home tomorrow.
Well, Richard is busy building stairway
For whom?
at Hutting Nissan.
Fine.
Hutting Nissan is
He told
moving to a
me.
new location, and they have a huge new dealership they're putting together, and he is building the staircase to their upstairs mezzanine, and it's going to have a custom railing, and he's doing all fabric on it. It's
Well,
pretty
I'm
cool.
going to have to pick a bone with him because remember he told me after Florida that he would help me. So
Oh, you know what I can't wait for? We have, so, Richard's one of my crew members. Huge help along with everyone else. We now have pictures of all of our crew members in NASA spacesuits so we can list them on our website and give
in their
them credit.
NASA space suits.
Yeah, because we went to the
That's
NASA space place down in Florida, and they take your face and they put it in a spacesuit.
Hang on, your sister had sent it to me. It was actually no, you sent it to me, but let me.
Some of them are pretty funny.
Hang on. This is Mike, a space cadet.
Yep. There I am. Space.
There you go. That's cute. Thank you. You look good in orange, honey.
Thanks.
Oh man. But okay. So let's see. Basically, I mean, once we know full 110% everyone's schedules, we will be releasing them. I know a lot of people have been asking where we're going, where Dad's going, where Billy's going. So stay tuned with that. Hey, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter and you might get first dibs on that. But in other news, thank you all. Mike, is there anything before I just say?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
I appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk about what's going on. And hopefully be back on again next Monday.
Hopefully. So thank you all. Make sure to, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the newsletter, subscribe to that newsletter. And if you do, I know some people are commenting, if you do know anyone with GoPro stuff, pictures, any advice, hop over and I'll post up on my Facebook page right now. But other than that, thank you. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hope you have a fantastic week. I will be sure to have a video up for you guys on Thursday. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
See you guys.